there's always been work when it comes to gangs.
And no one knows that better than Modesto police investigator Michael Rokaitis.
You know, the gang members of 10 years ago are so different from up-and-coming gang members now.
Rokaitis is an 8-year vet, spending the last 5 in the gang unit.
They're always trying to stay a step ahead of law enforcement.
You could say law enforcement is in Rokaitis' blood.
My dad was a police officer here in Modesto.
The son had big shoes to fill after his dad retired and loved every moment of it.
It's a wild ride, but it's, in my opinion, the most fun thing that I could do with my day.
A wild ride,
I'm not going to pursue.
which came to a head in August 2021.
Heard a call over the radio that one of our officers was in a short pursuit of a motorcycle, and we started going that direction.
Just pulled up into the driveway, dismounting the bike.
The chase ended in front of a home.
Put your hands up. Turn around, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
The driver was arrested.
Modesto Police Department, if anyone else is inside, come to the door now and make yourself known.
Rokaitis and his team went in to make sure the house was clear.
And as we were entering the last room, a suspect began shooting at us. And I was struck once in the vest, right on my chest.
Shots fired.
And another one right under my vest that ended up penetrating an artery, and we had to get me to the hospital pretty quickly.
Fellow officers got Rokaitis out of the home. Only one thing was on his mind.
My biggest memories are wanting to get home to my wife and my daughter, and knowing that I had a job to do that.
Doctors weren't sure he was going to survive. Rokaitis went through almost a dozen surgeries and spent 14 days in a coma.
I'm extremely lucky and blessed.
Rokaitis woke up and things aren't the same. Those steps he was once following aren't as easy as they once were.
Because of the trauma to the artery going down into my leg, the leg never recovered full blood flow.
16 months of hard rehab followed, learning something as simple as walking.
I don't know how, and it was difficult.
And on Monday, Rokaitis walked through the doors of the police department.
I'm not much of a spotlight person, so I was immediately pretty embarrassed that everyone was there clapping.
It was the next step in his recovery. For now, he's confined to desk duty,
The job's different now.
with the hope of one day being back on the street.
I don't know what the future holds, and if you asked me in December when I was still in a wheelchair if I'd be walking around right now and wearing a prosthetic all day and you know, playing with my daughter, I'd think that's crazy. I just keep trying to challenge myself every day and every week to see how much more mobility I can get.
In Modesto, Jason Marks, KCRA 3 News.
So Officer Rokaitis will be on what's called disability pay until August. And if he is not physically able to be back on the streets by then, he tells us he might have to medically retire. But just a big thank you to Officer Rokaitis' entire family for the sacrifices that they've made already. Yeah.
What an incredible guy, incredible family.